Hi everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Majumdar from Infosys. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Jessica, for having me.
Of course, it's a pleasure. So firstly, where do you see the most potential for Gen AI within the aviation industry?
Gen AI has suddenly created a lot of euphoria in the aviation industry, and we see a lot of interesting application and use cases of Gen AI right now, and I'll give you a couple of examples of that. One is in the area of customer service, where we can create targeted marketing campaigns for individual customers, and that can create a very personalized experience for customers. And how do we do that? Because we have customer information, we have their preferences, we know their loyalty status. So a lot of information that is available and that can be analyzed, and then such predictions and recommendations can be created. There is another area which is creating a virtual AI assistant for customers, where they can be helped 24/7 real time from booking to arrival. At all point of times, any query that they make can be answered. Their upgrade they can be helped with upgrades, they can be helped with bookings and stuff like that. Another interesting area in customer service itself is when there is a flight disruption, right? Then with help of AI, you can find out which flight is available, seats availability, and so on and so forth. And then rebooking can be done for them, or maybe hotel recommendations can be given for them, and such that. So customer service is one big area. There's another area which I'm very excited is maintenance. So by analyzing data around flight records, maintenance logs, and other sensor information, right? Using all that, you can actually predict when a part could potentially fail. And as a result, you can schedule maintenance in advance. And if you do that, then your flight downtime comes down, and uptimes is high, and the cost of maintenance also comes down. So that is another interesting area. Again, in maintenance itself, and we are working in this area in tech operations in one of the airlines, where using generative AI, you can create training videos, right? Step-by-step repair videos you can actually create, and that helps a repair person to repair without the help of anybody else. And you can also order parts automatically in advance. So that is another area where the maintenance is very good. One more area that comes to my mind is fraud detection. So you can actually detect ticket fraud or loyalty program abuse. That is another area where we see a big use. One more area that I'm excited about is sustainability, right? So you can use information about the weather data. You can use information about the wind speed, right? And based on that, with the help of AI, you can have optimized flight paths created, which helps in obviously safety, but at the same time it also helps in reducing fuel consumption, right? So it helps the sustainability objectives as well. And from the future standpoint, what we are seeing is that AI is being used to design autonomous aircrafts. So I'm hoping that within in some time we'll see autonomous commercial aircraft being designed with the help of AI. And also in the area of check-in and boarding process, I think that can also be streamlined using AI and injecting that in the biometric authentication systems. So there are quite a few actually use cases, and we are seeing those happening. So we are very excited about the potential of AI in aviation industry.
Absolutely, and like you've illustrated with those examples, Gen AI has a lot of power to transform the industry. But how do you think this is going to impact the workforce?
Well, a lot of people ask this question, and it's a very good question to ask, because the fear is that will it impact the workforce in terms of disappearing jobs or something like that. The way we look at from Infosys point of view, we believe that the labor workforce in the aviation industry will evolve and not disappearing jobs, or more it'll be an evolution process. No doubt that there'll be some automation and there'll be some AI and many repetitive jobs in the area of, say, ticketing or baggage handling or operation scheduling, those will get automated. But at the same time, new jobs around AI engineers, machine learning specialists, data scientists, those kind of jobs will evolve and become more prominent. The kind of skills that we feel will become more important is customer interaction skills, creative problem solving, strategic decision making. These are the skills that will get more prominence. Another interesting thing I feel is this whole AI and human interaction. Right, those kind of roles will get more importance because you need humans to monitor the use of AI systems so that they are safely and ethically used, right? So net, I think there'll be more focus on innovation roles, AI engineering roles, safety. Measuring the safety and ensuring that the safe usage of AI systems. So it's not as much about disappearing, it's more about evolution of these roles, and there is a lot of reskilling required of the labor workforce to make sure that they're aligned with the new wave that is coming up.
And you mentioned safety just now, and a little bit earlier you touched on this sort of preemptive maintenance. How do you see Gen AI helping with safety and risk mitigation?
Yes, so AI actually has the capability to improve the safety and mitigate certain risks in the aviation industry. And I'll give you a few examples of that. First, I want to talk about the preventive maintenance part again, is where it is possible by analyzing data around maintenance logs and flight records and sensor information, and using all that, you are able to predict a failure of a part in advance, and you can schedule maintenance in advance, and you can potentially prevent parts to fail in a flight condition, right? And you can avoid mechanical failures, electronic failures, and so on and so forth. There's another area where I'm seeing a clear usage is training simulation for emergency situations, right? So imagine, and not just imagine, it's actually happening using Gen AI. We are able to create training simulation videos for a difficult passenger conversation or something failed in a flight, and all that done in a simulation form in a very safe and controlled environment, right? And as a result of that, those trainings create a very real life situation for the crew and employees of the airlines, and as a result of that, if there's a real life situation, they will be well prepared, right? Another area where safety becomes very important is in the whole area of fraud detection and cyber security, right? So obviously you can detect ticket fraud and such from using AI, but there is another area which is in the area of cyber security. AI systems can actually monitor your systems to make sure that there is no cyber intrusion, and hence you can protect your onboard systems which is in the flight, and also your airport infrastructure using AI. And the last piece that comes to my mind is air traffic controllers. So AI systems can help you create predictive algorithms which will help the air traffic controller systems to decide the sequence of takeoff and landing, right, in a peak time or a very congested airspace situation, right? So I think AI has the ability, and these are only few that so far I have noticed, but there is a lot more that is possible by leveraging the power of AI. So safety and risk mitigation, I think there's a big benefit that we can get through AI.
Absolutely, and you've provided a really useful overview of a lot of different aspects of Gen AI. But if we think about Infosys specifically, how are you guys looking at the Gen AI wave, and how are you helping your customers?
Yes, so we have taken Gen AI to heart, I would say. And the reason I say this is because within Infosys itself, we have gone through a massive transformation of internalizing ourselves with Gen AI. We have created, we have tried to amplify each role. So for example, if there is a developer in the organization, we have given them another digital twin of sorts who can help amplify the potential of a developer. If there is a software tester, we have given them a digital twin so that they can benefit from a testing ability. And similarly, for every role, we have leveraged Gen AI to help them perform their role better, right? And once we have done that, and that transformation took us some time, once we have done that, now we are fully capable of taking that message to our customers. We have built our own product, we call it Infosys Topaz, which is a full-blown AI implementation, a platform that can be leveraged by our customer for Gen AI based automation and such. We also have something called as Infosys Cobalt, which is a completely full suite of cloud platform, which is very important. Before you even implement AI, you need to have your foundation ready, right? And that foundation is where Infosys Cobalt helps in migrating your systems to cloud, monitoring them for the right performance, and so on and so forth. So we have our own products and platforms that are completely ready, that can be used by our customers. But before having done that, we have applied that in ourselves to make sure that we know what we are talking about, and hence with confidence we are able to take that to our customers.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for sharing your insights today.
Thank you very much for having me, Jessica, over here.